Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
All right. Wait, hold on. Let me turn the music. Well, I'm just going to turn the music off. There we go. All right. Welcome back to another stream. Okay, today's the usual. Got some videos to react to. Got 2 MPG videos to react to. A Weasel video, and a couple of Twitter clips. Not much, but a few. But anyways, let's get to it. Okay. All right. All right, no. Let's watch the James Franklin video first. All right. James Franklin isn't wasting any time whatsoever. Let's check it out.
And the reality is, people worry about, well, is he going to have favorites? Yes, I am going to have favorites.
I know he's got a lot of haters, but James Franklin is showing that they could do something special here at Virginia Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, boys.
Oh, also, if you see me looking up, I have the Bills and Texans game on Sunday night. Not Sunday. I almost said Sunday night football. Thursday night football.
Girls, hope I'll be having a great Wednesday. Hope I'll be having a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, we have not one but 2 topics to get into. One of those including Shane Beamer is back in the news for something he said. You're not going to miss that. But the main topic, the focal point of this video is going to be the man, the myth, the legend himself, James Franklin. When I tell you this man isn't wasting any, and I mean any time whatsoever, I mean it. He's getting straight to work, and I love it. I'm a huge fan of this. I've been harping on it since day one. I think this is a match made in heaven. It's the ultimate win-win. It's a win for James Franklin, and it is most certainly a win for Virginia Tech. Can he revive this program? Will he do it? We're going to talk all about that. We got jam-packed videos to say at least. Get your snack, get your popcorn, get your family like TV and watch a video. I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste either. We're jumping straight into it. The first topic we're going to be discussing is Shane Beamer. I couldn't let it slide. It can't go unnoticed. I can't believe he said this. I don't know what he was thinking. And here's the thing in life. This is business 101. But you especially don't want to do this as a head coach. Never, and I mean never, under any circumstance, overpromise and underdeliver. Because people are going to hold you to it. You got to be very careful in this life of even telling your friends, family members of something that you're going to do, because guess what? They're going to expect you to do it. Why? Because you told them you'd do it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Shane Beamer came out yesterday and stated, and I quote, his words not mine, "I do know next year at this time, we're going to be sitting here on this Tuesday night watching the playoff rankings to see where we are."
Oh. I mean, I get it, Coach Beamer trying to stay positive, but dude, oh man, now it's just not the time to say something like that. They're South Carolina. My Gamecocks are 3-7 right now.
No, your video's not muted. I'm just dumbfounded. I knew what this said before I got into this video. I saved it. And I am still flabbergasted. Shane Beamer, are you serious, my brother? What are you talking about? That's some bold words coming from a head coach who just blew a 30-point lead in the third quarter, or 27-point lead to be exact, but who's counting? And the head coach of a team who is currently, I know you're in the SEC, it's a gauntlet, it's a tough schedule, but you're 3-7, my guy. 3-7. When you blow a 30-point lead, I can't even point at the players. I got to point at the head coach. It's your fault. It's your fault your team crumbled like a cookie. And you got the nerve to get up here and say, oh yeah, by this time next year, we're going to be watching the playoff rankings to see where we are. Insinuating.
I mean, dude, I hope he's right. Obviously, I hope he's right. That'll be amazing. Coming back from a terrible season and bouncing back from a terrible season and then just go on to at least to make the playoffs, that would be an absolute miracle if he can do that. if he stays with South Carolina.
Telling your fan base that we're going to make the playoffs or we're going to have a good shot of that. This is the perfect meme I'm popping up on the screen. Does he know? Does he know? I guess he doesn't know. Do y'all want to tell him or do you want me to? I'm asking you a question. Do you want to tell Shane Beamer or do you want me to? You're not making the playoffs. You're not even sniffing them. I feel like we let South Carolina off the hook because what was the storyline of the Texas A&M comeback? A&M, a team that is going to make the playoff, coming back. It was great, and I'll continue to clap it up for them, even though I think A&M's overrated. Don't get me started on that. Much respect to the A&M fan base. I know y'all hate me, but it is what it is. I got to call things for how I see it. What about South Carolina? How come we haven't been ridiculing them at all? I feel bad for that fan base. I really do. If you think you're going through a hard time as a fan of whoever, just be thankful you're not a Carolina fan. That's the bottom of the barrel. And I'm talking about all the gut-wrenching losses they've experienced just this year alone. How do you blow 2 games? Not just 1, but 2. They blew the one against Alabama. That was at home, so low-key kind of worse. And they blew the one on the road against A&M. Shaking my head, but yeah, very bold to get up here and say you're going to be making the playoff next year. Very bold. That's not going to happen. You know what is going to happen, as a matter of fact? Same thing is happening this year. You're going to struggle to make a bowl game. South Carolina may be a decent team next year, but man, they just have so many issues that aren't going to get fixed in 365 days. Good luck. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck. Many more things I could say about that, but we got to get a move on to our main topic, our main encore. Main reason you could talk to this video, what in the world is going on with James Franklin? Well, I tell you what's going on. First things first, he's getting straight to business. He is already offering players. I feel like this isn't getting...
Yeah, I seen this on X. He got a offer from Virginia Tech, obviously. Yeah, apparently he's a 3-star recruit.
Enough recognition, but he is already recruiting. There's been multiple reports come out in the recent days that he's offering players. You see him post them on Twitter and whatnot, and I think that's amazing. We have video footage of him landing in Blacksburg, Virginia, and I want to say shout out to Sons of Saturday Podcast on Twitter for posting this video footage you're looking at right here on Twitter, where it says, spotted from the press box, James Franklin taking in his new home after being introduced and saying hello to the grounds crew. And as you can see right here, Mr. James Franklin is taking it all in. Before we go any farther, I got to throw this in there. Why am I becoming a James Franklin fan? I can't be the only one. I didn't hate the guy in the first place, so it's not like I'm doing a complete 180 or anything like that. I was even kill on him, but now I'm low-key rooting for the guy. I don't blame Penn State for doing what they did. You had to move on. He was 2-20.
Yeah, I mean, nobody disliked James Franklin. I honestly believed it was the right decision for Penn State to move on from James Franklin, because Franklin, he didn't win big games at Penn State. And, yeah, basically, he didn't win big games and lost to UCLA, who was a winless team at the time when they lost, and also lost to Northwestern. I think that game was at home. I think. Yeah, it was time to move on.
5 against AP top 10 teams or top 6 teams, something like that. But man, from his perspective, you feel like they did him dirty. Everything he did for that program, winning 10 games per year. He's fired up. I've stated before, no one's got a fire burning inside him brighter than James Franklin. I want to see this man succeed, and he's in the right place to do it. He has all the resources in the world to be successful. Let me show you this. Not only is James Franklin recruiting players to come to Virginia Tech, some of those being former Penn State commits, he is also bringing in some of his own staff from Penn State. I already know what the Nittany Lion fans are saying. Good, take them. They're scrubs too. They're bums. We don't want them. I'm telling you, be careful what you wish for. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. And I'm throwing it out there right now. I'm a believer in James Franklin. I think he's going to do great at Virginia Tech. I think not only him, but these staffers,
Oh, yeah, for sure. He is going to do well at Virginia Tech. I do believe so. They probably won't have the best season, the first season, but in the future, the Virginia Tech can make some noise for sure. Not only in the ACC, but in college football in general.
Going to be bringing over. They need a fresh start as well, and they're going to thrive.
Or in the rankings, I meant to say.
You're not going to be playing Ohio State, Michigan every year. You're playing in the sorry and sucky ACC. It's going to be a cakewalk every single year. Bare minimum, winning 8 or 9 games. Bare minimum. He may hit some bumps in the road early on, but I'm talking about year 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so on. But let me show you this. I thought this was interesting. Here's what he had to say about recruiting current players, not new players, but current players at Virginia Tech.
The current players. This is a unique situation where I'm here early. One of the challenges always when you're taking over these new jobs, you're always recruiting for the future. Well, the most important thing is recruiting our current players. I'm going to get a chance to visit with those young men today.
I'm glad he brought this up because imagine if you're a player for Virginia Tech, you get a new head coach. Well, here's the side of college football people don't talk about. The players that are currently on this roster, they didn't commit and sign to play for James Franklin. They committed and signed to play with whoever recruited them. So now those players are left in a bad predicament themselves because imagine you're a starter. You're like, well, I was starting for Brent Pry, in this case an example, but I don't know, is James Franklin going to like me? If he doesn't like me, I may lose my job. I don't want to say you'd be stupid, but if you are a current player and you're not debating about entering the portal or leaving, if you're not a for sure starter or whatnot, that's kind of dumb on your part because you don't know if you're going to like James Franklin and vice versa. You don't know if James Franklin is going to like you, but let's continue along.
I think a lot of times the current team is worried about the new coach coming in and wanting his own players. The day I signed the contract to be the head coach at Virginia Tech, they're all my players. That is the current team, and that is the players that we're going to bring in for competition. And the reality is people worry about, well, is he going to have favorites? Yes, I am going to have favorites. My favorites are high production and low maintenance players, coaches, and staff.
That's great. And I love how he was trying to be a little funny at the end, but also being serious. Yeah, you are going to have some favorites. But
Yeah,
at the
of
same
course.
time, he is reassuring the current players, look, we're acting like I recruited you and you're a member of this team and we're not going to push you to go elsewhere. You see that happen at other places, cough, cough, Colorado, when Coach Prime, I mean, do y'all remember that whole situation when he went to Colorado before he even got there, said, hey, I'm bringing my own Louis luggage, insinuating he's bringing his own players in. He pretty much kicked out the current players at Colorado. I ain't hating on Coach Prime. I got much love for that family. It's all respect. They know that. But that's what happened. He kicked out the players. So from that standpoint, it is pretty cool to see Franklin is welcoming all the current players to stay. From everything I've seen up until this point, Franklin, he's a stand-up guy. I think he's going to be true to his word on that. I hope this doesn't come off as me being ungrateful, but I'm looking forward to next year already. Is that crazy to say considering the regular season's not even over? We haven't gotten to the playoff stuff. Maybe it is, but I hope some of you can relate. I just can't wait to see what James Franklin does at Virginia Tech. The way he has handled this from start to finish, he has looked like the good guy in every conversation, every interview he's done up until this point. Who's looked like the bad guy? Penn State. They're coming out on the bad end on this, if you got to ask me. Also, I got to give a major shout out to Brent Pry. He has been more than helpful for Virginia Tech, and that says a lot about his character. Brent Pry could have cried like a baby and said, why are you firing me? Why are you doing this? Nope. He actually helped them get James Franklin. I'm not going to act like it's not getting talked about, but I feel like this should be
Man, that's cool.
getting more recognition. Virginia Tech with the right head coach could be a dangerous, and I mean a dangerous team for many years to come. I know he's got a lot of haters, but James Franklin is showing that they could do something special here at Virginia Tech. We'll leave it off here. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts and everything we talk about down below. But
All right, man. Doubly video.
Roasting.
All right.
But man, oh man, you want to talk about
All right, the Florida situation is nuts. Oh, man, what's going on with them Gators?
a bad time to be a Florida Gator fan? This is terrible. Or if you don't want to say it's terrible, there's one thing for sure. This isn't a good look.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Thursday. Hope all of you having a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, we have not one, not two, but three huge topics to get into in today's video. One of those being Michigan is already talking about considering going independent. Yes, that's right. You heard me
I
correct.
seen that. I think I seen that on Instagram. Yeah, I wouldn't like that at all. I don't want to see Michigan become independent.
Correctly. They may lead the Big Ten. The fact this is even being talked about and mentioned is mind-blowing to me, and also think it's a game changer. But you got to give Michigan some credit because they're taking notice of what Notre Dame's doing. They're like, hey, we might as well do the same thing. That's the easiest path to a 12-team playoff. Can't wait to get into that. Our second topic is the Auburn Tigers. Yes, the sorry and sucky Auburn Tigers have named a new quarterback. Does this spell out bad news?
Yep, Deuce Knight, the new their new 5-star freshman, 5-star recruit.
Alabama, because this new guy that's going to be starting for him is a former 5-star recruit. There's a piece to this Auburn quarterback situation that's not getting talked about enough, so I'm going to explain that. And last but not least, what I'm going to label as the main topic is we got an update, and a crazy one at that, involving the Florida Gators. 3 topics, 1 video. Who says no to that? By the way, we are on the push. We are on the grind for 400,000 subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, or hey, maybe you simply been watching, you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's right beside the channel name. You should see it somewhere on your screen. It would help us out tremendously and also help us get a little bit closer to our goal. 3 topics, 1 video. Who says no to that? I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste here. Let's get straight into it. First things first, we got to talk about this Michigan news that came across my desk yesterday, and I'm going to read this off word for word. University of Michigan Regent Jordan Acker said the Wolverines, and I quote, would consider going independent when the current media rights deal expires in 2036, if the Big Ten agrees to receive a private capital investment without a unanimous approval. Now, I'm not going to be talking about this too much due to the reason they're talking about this happening in 2030.
Yeah, that's a long way from now. That's like 10 years from now.
6. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's 11 years from now. In other terms, meaning we got 11 years to talk about this, and I feel like we got bigger fish to fry, and we do. But, and I have a ginormous, large, big butt, I did find this intriguing. We don't know all the details of this. We don't know how it would work. We don't even know if it will work. However, you do got to get the sense and vibes that these other teams are taking notice of what Notre Dame's doing. They're going, well, wait a minute. We should just try to do that as well, and I don't blame them. Notre Dame has a cakewalk to the 12-team playoff every single year. Why is that? It's because they're independent. What do I say regarding the NIL and transfer portal? Hate the game, not the player. Same thing here. I don't hate Notre Dame. I hate the game of it because it is way more beneficial for Notre Dame to stay independent than join a conference. That's why they have no intentions of joining a conference, because it wouldn't benefit them. The only way Notre Dame will ever, and I mean ever, even consider joining a conference is if the CFP committee starts to penalize them for not being in one. But they haven't done that up until this point, so why would they? We'll later talk about that some more, but it's so far away, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Moving along here, topic number 2, take a look at this. It's been made official. You see NACO's reporting it right here. Auburn is expected to start true freshman Deuce Knight on Saturday versus Mercer. A source confirms on 3 Sports, CBS First. First career start for the former 5-star recruit. For those of you who don't know, this is the highly talented and touted 5-star quarterback recruit. I've heard a lot of great things about him, and I guess we'll see a little bit of it, a sample size against Mercer, but let me throw this out there right now. I don't care if he throws for 5 billion yards. It's Mercer. You're playing whack competition, with all due respect. Here's where people are getting confused by this, because they're seeing this report, and I can't blame them, and they're going, oh crap, does that mean Deuce Knight is going to be starting against Alabama? No, it does not. He will not play against Alabama. The reasoning for that is because Deuce Knight can play one more game before burning his red shirt. In other terms, he can play in the Mercer game, but he can't play in the Bama game. Oh, wait a minute. My apologies. I worded that incorrectly. No. It's Ashton Daniels. There we go. I got it confused. You know, hey, I'm human too. I make mistakes. We're leaving it in the video. Ashton Daniels can only play one more game before burning his red shirt. Let me say that again if I confuse you. Ashton Daniels can only play in one more game this year. That's all you need to know to dumb it down. So Auburn's going, okay, let's not play him against Mercer because it's Mercer. They suck. Let's just put the 5-star phenom in there. But don't let this deceive you. Don't let your friends tell you, hey, Deuce Knight's going to be starting against Alabama. He's won the starting quarterback job. No. This is Ashton Daniels' team. Don't even get me started on the Auburn-Alabama game. I'm already terrified of it, and that's a different video for a different day. But I did want to talk about this a little bit. Moving along here to our main topic, our main encore. The main reason you clicked onto this video. What in the world is going on in Gainesville, Florida? Well, I'll tell you what's going on, my friend. Madness. Straight madness. As we know, Florida does not have a head coach. They fired Billy Napier, and it's been crickets ever since. The football program currently stinks. However, this is a top-tier job. I'd say it's easily a top 10 job in the nation, if not a top 5 job. More so if you know what, it is a top 5 job because you got 4- and 5-star recruits in your backyard. You got a bunch of NIL money. It really is a dream job outside of schools like Alabama. I'd say Georgia, LSU, Texas, and Ohio State. And I haven't really been reporting on too much of the news surrounding this Florida football team when it comes to leading candidates for the head coaching job because there hasn't been any substance to it. However, with that being said, we got a report here yesterday, as you can see right here, stating that Florida is set to meet with Tulane's head coach Jon Sumrall. Ooh. Why is this interesting? Because me personally, I thought Sumrall was going to be the leading candidate for the LSU job, the Auburn job. I didn't really think him and Florida would even be talking or anything. It just didn't seem like a good match. For those of you who don't know Sumrall's backstory, he is from the state of Alabama. He also won 2 Sun Belt championships at Troy, so going to Auburn just makes total sense. But I didn't think this Florida one was going to happen. It was being reported, it was going viral all over social media, and you had Florida fans getting hype about it. They're like, yes, let's go. We're getting Jon Sumrall. Let's go. He's going to revive the program. Yada, yada, yada. This, that, and the third. You know how it goes. Take a look at this comment. I don't know if they're going to hire this guy, but I at least know this confirms there's no material commitment from Lane, as some Florida fans have been suggesting all week long. Don't even get me started on this. Don't get me started. Do you want me to say it again? I said it a month ago, 2 months ago. You're not getting Kiffin.
Yeah.
You're not getting Kiffin.
Why are they talking about Lane Kiffin for the Florida job? Why? It's not going to happen. Lane is not going anywhere.
Florida fans, I'm not even going to repeat myself. You're not getting Kiffin, and I'm not elaborating on it either. But anyways, moving along here, Florida fans are like, all right, this ain't too bad if we ain't going to get the Kiffinator. This is a decent consolation prize. But just like the man, the myth, the legend himself, Lee Corso says,
Not so fast,
my friend. Shortly after On3 posted this graphic you're looking at right here, Pete Nakos, who ironically enough works for On3, posted this. Tulane head coach Jon Sumrall is not interviewing with Florida on Thursday, sources tell On3 Sports. Wait, what? How did the company On3 report this you're looking at right here saying, hey, Jon Sumrall is going to meet with Florida, and then about an hour later, like, oh, no, false alarm, he's not meeting with them. Well, apparently and allegedly, this meeting was supposed to take place, but it got called off. Interesting. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about that? I've been saying it for a while. I will continue to say it. I got a lot of good sources in this industry. Without saying who they are, I believe Sumrall, from everyone I talked to, is going to the Auburn Tigers. I don't see the Florida one, and if he doesn't go to Auburn, I'd say LSU. But man, oh man, you want to talk about a bad time to be a Florida Gator fan? This is terrible. Or if you don't want to say it's terrible, there's one thing for sure. This isn't a good look. Think about what has transpired in just the past 3 or 4 days. You had Kiffin fly his family out there, and he just said, yeah, F off, I'm not interested. And then this incident where Sumrall was going to interview with you, but then it got called off. As to who called off, don't know, but you got to feel like Sumrall is the one who did this. Because why would Florida schedule a meeting with him if they had no intentions on going through with it? And Florida really doesn't have a lot of options. Sumrall is one of the best candidates out there for any job. Not looking good for the Florida Gators. Not looking good. Many more things I could say when off here. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But
Ooh, that's brutal. That is brutal. It's getting tough. That's tough for Florida State. I mean, I said Florida State. Florida. All right. I'll be right back. I got to check on something. right, I'm back. Okay. Moving on to MMA.
Welcome to the
Alright, can anyone stop Islam Makhachev? Welterweight matchmaking. Let's go.
golden era of the welterweight division. Welterweight flourishment. The best fights and performances are going to congregate into this weight class. The weight class is so good, it gets you kicking your feet. Welterweight's the most exciting weight class, peak of the UFC, rich with talent, with so many contenders rising to the surface. There has never been a better time to watch the welterweight division. I mean, bro, it's so good. Joaquin Buckley, who only has one loss, and that was to Kamaru Usman, is number 10 in the rankings. Now, that would spell for a gatekeeper or mediocre fighter in any other weight class. But to be number 10 at welterweight still places you in the perimeters of a high-level fighter, which is crazy, dude. Usman is number 8. Usman, who they're talking about getting a next title shot. Let's not do that. There's some...
No. I made a TikTok clip about that. No. You can't give Usman the title shot just yet. Y'all let him beat another contender. Maybe like one or two more contenders and then get the title shot. I think... The only fighter who I think deserves a title shot is Michael Morales. I think he deserves the title shot as of right now.
Powerful momentum with the other contenders. One of them certainly deserves a title shot before Usman. What happened last weekend was the worst thing that could have happened for Usman's chances. The stellar knockouts from Morales and Prates eradicated Usman's title shot, and Ian Gary and Bilal might disintegrate the pieces of it. I mean, bro, look at the activity of the rankings. I've never seen this before. Every fighter except 2 have moved around. There hasn't been this much movement since Kelvin selecting at a buffet line. JDM has dropped to number 1. Bilal to number 2.
He made a fat joke about Kelvin Gastelum.
Morales rised up 5 spots to number 3. Shavkat dropped 1 to 4. Prates ascended 4 to number 5, which is the only one I disagree with. He should not be above Ian Gary. So realistically, Gary should have moved up 1, and Prates only up 3. Sean Brady dropped 5
why is
to number
Prates above Ian Gary? Didn't Ian Gary beat him?
7. Usman dropped 3 to number 8. Leon dropped 5 to number 9. Buckley dropped 2 to number 10. Bonfim dropped 1 to 11. Burns stayed the same. Colby dropped 2. Neal 1, Rodriguez 1, and Mike Malott has dropped out of the rankings. He had to low blow Holland to win, so the ranking didn't seem to fit. The welterweight division has changed in front of our eyes after one single event, and we have another fight coming up with Bilal Muhammad versus Ian Gary this weekend. But what a time of such a shift to be met by a conqueror, crossing into new lands to expand his legacy in Islam Makhachev. It got so good. Just to boost Islam's legacy. Yo, as good as the weight class is, I don't know if any of them beat Islam. I mean, this is one of the best weight classes we've ever seen of any era.
Yeah, nobody beats Islam right now. No welterweight. I think no welterweight beats Islam right now.
But such unfortunate timing. Welterweight has just hit its prime form. At the very same time that Islam decided to dominate their champion to the point of weeping in sorrow. Nothing against JDM, but it was like a phenomenon to watch. I've never seen a fighter.
Man, yeah, what he's saying, like I've never seen a fighter just make a face like that. Just look so defeated and just like he just looks like, man, like I don't know what to do against this guy. Like, I'm cooked.
Mid-fight, start crying. It more so speaks to the skill level of Islam Makhachev than any criticism of JDM himself. JDM is not going to be the only one. Islam is going to send away a lot of other fighters in tears as well. Don't worry, JDM, you won't be alone. At some point, this division is going to have to rename this from the golden era of welterweight to the era of Islam Makhachev. Still the best era ever, do not be mistaken of that. True greatness precedes them, but the sight of such greatness instills a chase of glory in all of these contenders. They are all clamoring. Wait, not you. They are all clamoring to fight this guy. Except Bilal Muhammad. He's still too good of friends with Islam. He won't fight him. It is what it is. Well, if Ian Gary beats him, then we don't have to even worry about Bilal being a #1 contender, not fighting Islam. But that's only if Ian Gary beats him. It's not a given. Although it would be more beneficial for the division, but we'll see. It's so good to have such a prestigious champion and many contenders who are mentally prepared to fight him already. All of these guys want a piece of Islam Makhachev, but will they chew what they can't swallow? Pause. Will the challenge be too great for all of them? This is not just a regular champion. Islam Makhachev is a completely different level. We're talking about one of the absolute GOATs of the sport in his prime. And honestly, he looked amazing as JDM. The cardio was on point. The skills were all intact. Some even believe he was better than ever against JDM. I mean, that was a guy that Khabib was concerned about, and it resulted in such an easy fight for Islam. He is one of the best fighters we have ever seen before. And at this point, I think any fighter who even makes a fight competitive with him deserves a feather in their cap. That is quite the feat. Even all the high praise and skill of the weight class will not relieve themselves of Islam's grip. Dars chokes on everybody, and I honestly think JDM has some of the best submission defense, so his failure to submit JDM, because again, with all the criticism that, Islam wasn't trying to go for a finish, he was, he did go for multiple submissions throughout, and I think he will finish some of these other guys who are not as defensively prepared as JDM was. There's a few other good grapplers though, like Shavkat and Sean Brady. Like, these two are going to be difficult to submit, but with an asterisk on Shavkat. We don't know what version we're going to get on his return. He had some pretty gnarly injuries, and I just don't know if we're going to see a prime Shavkat return or...
I mean, well, look, I think Islam can submit Shavkat. Like, I know Shavkat, he might improve after, that fight against Ian Gary, but still, like, I'm not saying Ian Gary's a bad grappler, by the way, but if Ian Gary can take his back and almost make him tap with a rear naked choke, imagine what Islam's gonna do.
A Tony Ferguson replica. Islam's ascension is a sight to behold. I mean, he is so good. He makes champions cry in front of him. Entering the next round, that fifth round was so incredibly one-sided. The fruits of Islam's work were debilitating JDM into a steeper defeat. 17 seconds was how long he stood for. And then he got floored by a takedown. That's such a demoralizing loss. It's quite distinct from getting knocked out, where there's some coping to deal with it. There's no way to cope from getting dominated, to the point that you have accepted that your opponent is essentially just better than you. Knockouts can be diluted to luck. Domination cannot. And if the champion who defeated Bilal Muhammad was that helpless fighting him, guided by coaches who are familiar with Islam, prepared against him multiple times, but still it was not sufficient, what can the rest of these welterweights do? It's looking like Islam Makhachev could rule the welterweight division with an iron fist. Or impossible takedowns. I mean, look at the top of the rankings right now. It's quite interesting. So you have Jack Della Maddalena, who just lost to him. He couldn't defend the takedowns. Bilal Muhammad refuses to fight him out of friendship, which is always an annoyance, but thankfully the weight class has many more contenders if Bilal passes up the opportunity. There is Michael Morales. He's a grappler. He's a big guy. He could probably defend some takedowns, but technically he is so much more deficient. His physicality could prove to be quite a hurdle for Islam until Islam gets conditioned to it. Once he gets used to the size and the strength and the reach, if he does, that is, it is a fight at the end of the day, and Morales has incredible power. Like, if Islam gets into like the second half of the second round, I think the fight is pretty much his for the taking. He'll get used to the attributes and make Michael Morales the nail, which is not the usual position that he's in. He's the hammer swinging at everybody, but he did have some interesting fights in the past with like Nikolai Vorotennikov in the Contender Series, where he wasn't able to just steamroll his opponent in that one, but that was a long time ago. How does he do off his back when the opponent is smothering him with top pressure, passing into more dominant positions, and attacking with submissions at all times, while continuously breaking down his posts and balance whenever he tries to stand up? Does he have the heart to continue afterward? It is yet to be seen in the UFC. And then there's like Ian Gary, who's a solid, well-rounded fighter, but grappling just not up to par. There is Carlos Prates, who's an amazing striker, but again, grappling is just not proficient.
Yeah, but Islam, he would run through Carlos Prates. Like, his grappling, Islam's grappling is obviously on a completely different level, and just it will. I think it will look similar to the JDM fight, or he could possibly get a submission.
enough. Shavkat Rakhmonov would be an interesting fight. He is now claiming his title shot, and it's like, bro, we are not in 2024. This
Oh, when was the last time Shavkat fought? Was it? It seems like Shavkat hasn't fought in like 2 years. When was Shavkat's last fight? What? Okay, I guess the website's not working. When was his last fight? December 7th, 2024 was his last fight, and it was against Ian Gary. That was all the way back in 2024. It's been almost a year since he fought.
division is moving forward at rapid pace, and you stood still. Due to injury, of course. So all these guys are passing him up and definitely cannot cash in his title shot. Like, that's not how it works. He defeated a short notice Ian Gary and then Jeff Neal. Like, that is not close to enough to get a title shot. He's also not the only undefeated fighter clamoring at that title shot. Michael Morales is above him. He just defeated Sean Brady, who is number 2 in the rankings. So Shavkat needs to fight someone else. But I do think stylistically, if he washes the rust off, he could pose the most dangerous problem. But I don't want to see that fight when he's not at his best. We want to see Shavkat fight Islam when he is 100% prepared for it. Not when he's rusty, coming off a year hiatus. That is not how we want to see him waste his title shot. So he needs to fight somebody else. Garners one more win, and then you give him his much-deserved title shot. Then there's Kamaru Usman, who can be difficult to wrestle with, but he's no longer in his prime. His wrestling is very strong. His striking has slowed down. And then there's Leon Edwards and Sean Brady. I think Brady could be puzzling in the grappling, but his striking is somewhat lacking. And then Leon is done for. Leon's done, bro.
Yeah,
Hang it up.
Leon, dude. My goodness, man. Bro, that would be horrible. That fight would be horrible for Leon.
It's over. He is getting washed by everybody so far, showing not to be top tier anymore. He's got to fight like Gabriel Bonfim or something, dude. And honestly, I don't even know if he beats Bonfim. That is so crazy how the tides have shifted for a guy who was a champion with 2 defenses, defeated Kamaru Usman twice. Can't even get a win anymore.
Man, that's how fast the sport moves. It didn't seem that long ago when Leon was the champ. My goodness, that's how fast MMA moves. And now Leon's on a 3-fight losing streak. He went from becoming the champion and the face of, well, I don't know about the face of, well, yeah, the face of English MMA, and now on 3-fight losing streak.
His grappling and striking are just not technical enough with the best guys. And I don't know if he could beat the number 10 guy. That is quite the dilemma for Leon. So this is how I would rank Islam's toughest fights from the most to the least. His toughest fight is Shavkat Rakhmonov. With speculation of him washing the rust off, I do believe, technically and stylistically, he is the toughest fight. He's tall and long for the weight class. Defense leaves much to be desired. The guy has good grappling, but the one chink in his armor was when Ian Gary got his back. That was quite alarming, but perhaps it was the element of surprise. He didn't expect Gary to take him down. It happens sometimes, you know? Alexander Gustafsson took down John Jones, and nobody thought he would even attempt a takedown, right? Everybody thought he was just going to strike with him, but, I mean, Gus did show that he was a very prominent wrestler for MMA. Perhaps Ian Gary does the same thing. He outgrappled Carlos Prates, he took down Shavkat, got his back. We'll see how he fights at Bilal Muhammad if he takes him down too. I mean, we're probably looking at the welterweight version of Alexander Gustafsson, you know? Tall, long, great boxing, good wrestling, great footwork, blonde. There's a lot of resemblance there. Yeah, I think Shavkat is the number 1 most difficult.
Hey, but the only thing that's different is Ian Gary. He doesn't have a beard.
Fight for Islam Makhachev. I would give him like a 40% chance of beating him. Number 2, I would honestly say is Michael Morales. The physicality is something that you cannot ignore. Like, this guy is enormous for the weight class. He's incredibly long, powerful, strong. He pressures pretty well. His technique is very awkward, but he makes the jab work so efficiently. He's very reliant and gifted with the reach. He makes it work very well. There are some fighters who have a long reach that don't know how to use it at all. Even though his right hand could lack proper form, the form is still good enough to knock you out. So that's all that matters. And those angles can be pretty tricky to defend. His stance is also very interesting. Like, he stands so squared in front of you. Both of his legs are like faced outward with his hips pulled away. It's an awkward stance, but it's very solid and it looks quite sturdy to take him off balance. I mean, shooting it on those hips at long range is going to meet some obstacles there. Like, he's always ready to dig an underhook, sprawl, and the hips are so far away. It causes such an interesting takedown dynamic. And is Morales strong enough to just stand up from Islam? I don't think so. I think Islam is too good to allow a Derek Lewis technique to work in his division. The physicality is quite dangerous there, but I think he has like a 38% chance versus Shavkat's
no way
40.
with Michael Morales' zesty fighting style. He's beating Islam. No way.
Number 3, I would say, well, this is actually like a Nightmare Matchups video. I would say it's Ian Gary. Now, this could get fact-checked this weekend, at least prospectively, if Belal beats him with wrestling. I think if Gary can handle that accordingly, then his chances versus Islam should stay intact, in my opinion. It just depends on how the Belal fight plays out, shifting this matchup with Islam somewhat. But I think he's number 3 until proven otherwise. Due to the fact that he's well-rounded, he's a highly intelligent fighter. I think below Islam, he exceeds in fight IQ. He knows how to neutralize his opponent. You could tell he understands the opponent's style very well. Even on short notice, he found a way to get a takedown on Shavkat and get his back. He neutralized Protez's power for the most part until the 5th round. It looked like Gary was getting tired. The smoker out-cardioed the vegan. Nicotine and alcohol are confirmed to be the best diet for fighting. Still deliver with that power in the 5th round where Gary was slowing down.
How does Carlos Protez have all that cardio even though he smokes? Like, he smokes a lot. And I don't understand how his cardio is so good. His cardio shouldn't be that good if he's smoking a lot.
That is quite impressive, dude. I mean, look what that guy just did to Leon Edwards, who was a counter striker and has a similar build to Ian Gary. Right? He's 6'2", he has the same reach, but he could not avoid the power from the first round. Ian Gary avoided it for 4.5 rounds. And although he's not nearly as good of a grappler as Islam is, I think his reach, footwork, and striking skills, along with that fight IQ, makes him a notable challenger for Islam Makhachev, perhaps placing his chances at like a 35%. And then afterward, I would put Carlos Protez. Russian creatine versus squares and booze. But some people might disagree with this. Some people might put Sean Brady and Belal above him. I disagree. The reason why I would put Protez above those two is because he has a possibility of winning the fight. He has the reach, the knockout power. He's one of the best.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He's got the power. He could land on that one shot to put Islam out. He could.
Strikers in the division. I think he's technically behind Ian Gary and maybe JDM. I don't know. That would be an awesome fight to actually watch. But he's good enough, right? He has one punch knockout power. He's a very lethal striker, but his grappling is just not up to par whatsoever. It would be like it's non-existent, to be honest. Like, I think it would be a pretty thorough beatdown with all things considered. I give Protez like a 30% chance of winning. Brady and Belal don't have like a reasonable chance of winning that fight. I mean, I don't think they could beat Islam by a decision. I don't think they could finish him. We'll get to Usman, who I actually believe is like on a similar difficulty level as Protez, but for different reasons. Obviously, Protez is the striker and Usman's more of a wrestler. But yeah, that's the main reason why I have Protez above Brady and Belal, is because I think the best result that they can garner is to make the fight competitive. Like, Islam would have to make a monumental mistake to get finished by those two. Just stylistically, it's tough, right? He would have to, like, throw his head downward at Brady's uppercut to get knocked out, or jump in the air for Belal to grab him and dump him on his head or something. Now, I think they can avoid a dominating loss more than the others because they can grapple very well and they're well-rounded. You know, Islam is not going to be able to handle them on the ground like he can against, you know, potentially Michael Morales and Protez and Ian Gary, but they can't beat him the way those guys can. right? Prates can knock him out dead without even him making a monumental mistake. It could be something Prates did very well, and Islam makes a very common error of getting knocked out. Same with Michael Morales. Like, if Islam slightly moves his head off the center line in reaction of that long jab and Morales just blasts him on the side of the head with that awkward angled hook, that could knock him out. Shavkat is the most dangerous fighter in the division. He's the best finisher by far, and he's highly technical offensively everywhere. Those guys can all get dominated by Islam, but they can also all finish him too. Brady and Belal cannot finish him. They can only make the fight competitive. I think that's as close as they get to winning the fight, due to the stylistic collision between them. So along with Prates, I would say Kamaru Usman has a similar chance, mainly for the fact that he's a proficient wrestler, but also can deliver with a lot of punching power, and that's where Belal and Brady lacking. If they had Usman's power, I would of course raise him higher on this, but they don't. And even though Usman is no longer in his prime, I still think he provides a very interesting challenge. He has a long reach, he has a decent jab, his power has to be respected, and he's the best wrestler after Islam. I think Usman's striking skills have declined, but his wrestling has at the very least stagnated. But now...
Yeah. I mean, Usman, he's still very good. Like he can still strike, he can still wrestle, but if Usman was in his prime, this would be a completely different conversation. And I think this fight would have been 50-50 if Usman was in his prime.
Due to that, he might be focusing more on wrestling his opponents than before, which I don't think is the best way to fight Islam. I think we'd have to rely more on his power and reach and try to defend Islam's takedowns if he approaches it that way. But here's the thing about Islam versus Usman, Brady, and Belal. He's a better striker than all three of them combined. He's so much more technical than them. He could hit harder than Brady and Belal while being much faster than Usman. I think his game plan to beat those three is to actually defend their takedowns, forcing them in the stand-up for him to essentially style on them there. And I don't think Usman's legs can take too many calf kicks or kicks on the inside or outside of the knee. I think Usman's legs are more brittle than JDM's. Now,
yeah, that is true. Yeah, Islam would damage Usman with those leg kicks. Yeah, because Usman for years he had bad knees for years.
have to make a distinction. If this was a prime Usman, I don't know who would win this. I think prime Usman versus Islam is as close of a fight as you can get. So I think prime versus prime, it's almost an even fight, but due to the withering of his striking skills, more specifically his speed, I'm pretty confident that Islam would beat him, as well as Prates, Brady, Belal, and everybody lower ranked than them. This would happen to Leon, and Buckley gets dominated even worse than JDM did. That's how I stack up the welterweights to Islam, but one of them has to fight him, and I think it has to be one of two fighters. As it stands, Michael Morales, I believe, is the rightful #1 contender. He beat the #2 guy in emphatic fashion.
Beat multiple contenders, and also beat Sean Brady. Got to give him the title shot. It's fair. I think Michael Morales is the most deserving to fight Islam.
Dana indicated that the winner of him versus Brady was going to be the next up for a title shot, and it was not a scathing win, dude. It was not a close fight at all. That is the type of performance to earn a title shot. But I also think that Ian Gary can earn a shot with a dominant win over Belal Muhammad, because he would have accumulated Belal and Prates as his notable wins. They present quite distinct problems for Islam to solve, but I think they're both good fights. Then JDM, I think, has a few options here. He could fight Carlos Prates. The striking between them two would be awesome, dude.
Ooh, that would be a violent fight. That would be a awesome fight. Carlos Prates versus JDM. That fight would be sick.
Another fight could be him versus Sean Brady. Now, I understand that it doesn't make sense for the #1 guy to fight the #7 guy, but they're both coming off a loss, and there's a lot of other contenders coming off wins. Or he could fight the loser of Ian Gary versus Belal Muhammad. He has a lot of options. Then there's Michael Morales, who I believe should fight Islam Makhachev, but if not, he could fight Prates. The Prates fight would be insane. Like, I think that's the most exciting possible.
That would be an insane fight too. Prates versus Morales. Yeah, someone would get knocked out in this fight.
Fight. The power that slings between those two would result in a very quick knockout for sure. But it's essentially, Prates being the more technical striker versus Morales being the bigger fighter. And he might take the fight to the ground and overpower Prates. There's a high probability that he would approach it that way. It would give him such an obvious advantage too, So we talked about Prates, but then there's Sean Brady, who I think could fight JDM, but also he could fight Usman, or potentially the loser of Bilal versus Gary. So I like the Usman fight in particular because of one main reason. It naturally lines up every other contender to have their next logical matchup. And even for Usman, it is somewhat logical because he's the lowest ranked guy. If there's a winning contender that has to fight a losing contender, I would rather it be Usman, due to the fact that he's the lowest ranked winning contender. He's number 8, and he would still fight someone who's above him. And it's a good stylistic matchup too. The grappling would be awesome to see between them, but Brady has a lot of options as well, even coming off a loss. I mean, he could also fight Buckley. I think he dominates that fight, if he wrestles, that is, which I think he will. Buckley just doesn't have great takedown defense. And then for Usman, he could fight JDM. He could fight the winner of Bilal versus Gary. He could fight the loser of that fight too. I mean, it really depends on Bilal's result there, because I think a lot of people want to see that fight and the trash talk between
Dude,
the two.
that would be a fun fight too. Usman versus, especially the build-up, Usman versus Bilal. They have been talking smack a couple of months ago.
It will be so cringe, but also interesting. We all want to know what happened on the podcast that Bilal is always talking about, dude. Release the episode. Bilal
Wait, what? No way that's true. Kamaru Usman had tears coming out of his eyes on that podcast. No way that's true. No way.
About it like these guys went to war in the podcast room. Apparently Bilal said that he slapped Usman, but regardless of the drama, it is quite deranged that they've never fought each other. Well, they should get matched up in the future, and I think win or lose of the Gary fight, we want to see Usman fight Bilal. And then for Joaquin Buckley, he can fight Sean Brady, he could fight the loser of Bilal versus Gary, he could fight Leon Edwards. Any of those fights would be great. And then for Leon, he's got to fight Gabriel Bonfim. And then for the other guys, Gilbert Burns could fight Jeff Neal, and Daniel Rodriguez can fight Mike Malott. Colby seems like he's not going to fight anybody. The guy's like pretty much retired. I don't know why he's still ranked. So that's all the matchmaking for the welterweight division. And who gives Islam the toughest fight? It can be pretty redundant because I just don't think any of them beat him. He's one of the best fighters we've ever seen before. And honestly, I was thinking about like where I would place him amongst the GOATs. And man, he is at least in the top 5. And he's not even done, dude. Islam is ready to continue. He says there are many more title defenses to come.
Oh, he said many more.
We want to see Islam defend this.
Oh, man. Sky is the limit for Islam. The sky is the limit.
Title at a pretty rapid rate. But who do you guys think are his most difficult fights, and how would you matchmake the welterweight division? And I'll see you.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, nobody's beating Islam in the welterweight division. I don't see anybody beating Islam. You know, there's a few fighters that may have a chance, but other than that, nobody's beating Islam. Like, JDM, obviously, he just lost to Islam. I think Michael Morales, who deserves the title shot right now, I do believe he deserves the title shot. I don't see him beating Islam. Yeah, Morales, he has the size and the reach and all that. He's got knockout power too, but I think Islam should be able to take him down and beat him. There's just no way Michael Morales' zesty fighting style is beating Islam. Sorry. And Sean Brady. Wait, why I'm saying Sean Brady? Sean Brady just lost. And also, who's the next contender who could fight Islam? Shavkat got his back taken by Ian Gary. Imagine what Islam's gonna do to him. Who else? Usman. Islam beats him. Like, if Usman was in his prime, this would be a 50-50 fight. But Islam beats him. And Bilal and Islam, they're not gonna fight each other. They're good friends. Who Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Leon Edwards, dude. Leon, he just lost, and Islam would have just Islam by whatever he wants. And Carlos Prates, he's got knockout power, but Islam, he should be able to handle him. And yeah, nobody beats Islam in the welterweight division. Nobody. No, it's 9-9 in the Bills and Texans game. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to react to all that. All right, so apparently MMA Guru, he got canceled on the MMA side. I'm talking about the MMA side of Twitter. He had a podcast with Demetrius Johnson, and the podcast is obviously canceled. Demetrius Johnson on why he canceled his show with MMA Guru. DJ canceled the show because Guru's rant after UFC 322, where he went off on Islam Makhachev and spoke badly about his religion.
I think him calling, inbred and bomb this and all that stuff. No, I don't do that. If my son was to talk like that, my son would be getting ass whooping from me because I didn't raise him like that. I like it.
Ooh, that's gotta be, dude. My goodness. BTA. Ooh, man. Like that's gotta be brutal for the kid. But if he's talking like that, then you gotta do what you gotta do.
I like all those guys. I have no problem with no religion. But if Guru feels that way, I cannot help him feel a certain way. I can't sway him like, dude, these guys are good people, which I think deep down inside, he believes they're good people too. But another question. You guys asked me, why did I start the show to begin with if I knew this could happen? It's called taking a risk, where I think a lot of you guys out there might not have taken a risk in your life, but I took this risk, meaning that I did not feel that the content he does on his channel will spill over onto the content we make on our channel, right? If you guys look at all the Mighty Guru podcast shows, it is nothing but vibes, good chats, not degrading the athlete, not talking about somebody's religion, And for everybody out there, I have no problem with any religion. As long as you're a good person and you have good morals, I fuck with you.
All right, man. Simple as that.
Wait.
All right, so John Jones explains why he turned down $30 million to fight Tom Aspinall and wants Alex Pereira at the White House.
Some of my motivations aren't traditional anymore. I don't think I care about what most fighters would care about.
Yeah.
Most fighters wouldn't turn down $30 million. They just wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
My goals are different than other people's at these days. It's a more a matter of legacy. What would make more sense?
Yeah.
Do you fight the guy who is impressive right now, who no one I don't think is going to really care about a few years from now? Or do you fight the guy who's going to be remembered around the world for a very long time? I mean, in Brazil, Pereira is an absolute idol right now. Pereira, literally, one of the only things he says is trauma.
Yeah.
And people are, trauma! No one even knows what it means.
Yeah.
But he has that it factor, and that's a part of the reason why I wanted to compete against Pereira. The brand that he represents, the energy that he has behind.
Basically what he actually means by that, what he actually means is Alex Pereira is the easier fight.
And him will be remembered more than just 5 years from now.
Yeah.
For example, Aspinall just had a close fight, and people are already writing him off.
Yeah.
His journey hasn't even started yet. He's already almost moved on. When I was 23
Journey
years,
hasn't already started yet. He's a heavyweight champion of the world.
old, I was fighting the top guys in the world. You know, I'm seeing Tom Aspinall around that same age getting manhandled by people that no one's ever heard of. So that alone shows me a little bit more about what's behind the facade of this whole Tom Aspinall character. I don't feel like I need him, especially after his last performance. I think time will show. It's really to me, it's the same fight. They both are strong on their feet, and I think they both have holes in the grappling department. I feel like Pereira fighting a guy like that, it would just bring so much more to the table for me. It'd be so massive for me. Like, I really have gotten to a point in fighting where I feel as if I'm in a position that I have a lot more to lose than to gain. And that's just me being honest. That's not being a coward or whatever. That's just the truth. I'm almost 40 years old now in a combat sport, a very physical sport. I have to do things that make the right decision. Fighting just to continue fighting doesn't make sense to me anymore. I feel as if I can earn money outside of punching people. To challenge myself in that way means more to me now than to fight again. But to be at the White House is the reason why I'm out of retirement. It has nothing to do with Aspinall or Pereira or anybody. It was the White House. Being a part of something so historical means more to me than a few extra $1 million or another win. To warm up inside of the White House and to walk
out through the Oval Office. Like,
what? I think they said it would be on the South Lawn. Yeah, White House would be something for my personal butt.
All right, man. Yeah, that's just weird. Just he was a heavyweight champion and just avoided the interim champion at the time, Tom Aspinall. Just decided to do that for like 2 years. Weird. All right. The Reddit Andrew Tate. All right.
The internet is full of lol cows, but I think I've recently found my favorite lol cow, Lord Babylon. And if you're unfamiliar with what a lol cow is, it's pretty much like an internet laughing stock. And Lord Babylon, he's like this reverse alpha male where he preaches the same things as these internet alphas, except he doesn't really look like one of them. Like, you know, all those alpha males, they have like that one look to them where you're like, oh yeah, this guy definitely sells a course. Like they look a little bit like Ashton Hall or like FitX Fearless. Well, Lord Babylon, he looks like a Discord moderator, which just makes it 10 times funnier. You know that one Reddit meme of that guy putting his hand up like Thanos? That's exactly what Lord Babylon looks like. And I can't tell if this guy is trolling or not. Like, I feel like he could be, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if this dude was serious. I mean, just look at him. Y'all remember that one high school kid who was talking to his teacher? And I guess the teacher was trying to instruct him to do something. And the kid ended up telling the teacher that he's the alpha and alphas don't listen to teachers.
Kids getting out of hands these days.
I've had enough of this. This punishment stuff is going to stop.
You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do and not do?
I am now the alpha.
That's not how this works.
Oh, man.
I am the teacher.
The alpha takes priority over the teacher.
Okay.
The alpha takes priority over everything. Do you not know how that works?
The teacher is telling the alpha to sit in this seat right now.
And the alpha doesn't have to listen to orders from its lower.
Well, you don't have to listen, but the consequences that follow are going to still apply to the alpha.
The alpha doesn't take punishment.
Let's see how well that works out for you, okay?
Now that was real. You can tell that that kid was serious. That kid thought that he was more alpha than his teacher, so he didn't have to listen to him. And even though it's a high school kid and Lord Babylon is like 26, I believe, I wouldn't be surprised if Lord Babylon thought he was King Alpha. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a few of Lord Babylon's videos, and hopefully by the end of this, y'all become more alpha.
One of the biggest beta male things a man can ever say about his woman is this: I'm her biggest fan. I'm her biggest fan. I'm her biggest fan. I'm her biggest fan. Gentlemen, the moment I hear those set of words coming out of your mouth, you have immediately lost all my respect.
This man has the greasiest hair I have ever seen. I'm paying attention to what he's saying, but dude, just look at this man's hair. It's so greasy.
The fact that you just said you're your woman's biggest fan tells me everything I need to know. You are a f***ing cock. You are a simp.
God forbid a dude loves his woman and he's his girl's biggest fan. I guess you can't show love to your girl anymore. Guess you can't be her biggest fan because I guess that's just cuck behavior now, according to Lord Babylon.
And you are a your woman should be the one to say, I'm his biggest fan, not the other way around.
I mean, I feel like this is something that could go both ways. You're your girl's biggest fan, and she's your biggest fan. It shouldn't be just one way or the other. Like, I think it's perfectly fine for both of you to be each other's biggest fans.
Now listen, I have no problem with men supporting their woman. If you want to support your woman, support your woman. But I don't ever want to hear you say the words, I'm her biggest fan. That is something only beta male cucks with cotton candy dicks spew out of their mouth.
What is cotton candy?
Cotton
out
candy?
Of all the insults.
What does that mean?
Cotton candy dick is the one that comes to your mind. I guess this man just has a huge beef with the words, I'm her biggest fan. I guess he's fine with you loving your girl and stuff, but you just can't say you're her biggest fan. Or I guess you're a beta male cuck.
The moment your woman hears that you're her biggest fan, she can never look at you the same. And she can never respect you the same. I'm her biggest fan. No, you are not her biggest fan. You are her biggest headache. You are her biggest cock. You are her biggest simp. And you are her biggest male girlfriend. You're welcome.
Male girlfriend. I'm trying to wrap my head around, like, how does that male girlfriend, like, to be a girlfriend, don't you have to be a girl? So like male girl, wouldn't that just cancel it out? Can't you just say like boyfriend? I don't know. I'm thinking way too hard with this. We got to look at the comments because I know that they're just absolutely frying this dude. There's nothing wrong with being your girl's biggest fan and her being your biggest fan. Nothing wrong with that. But for some reason, Lord Babylon thinks otherwise. I can smell you through my phone because you would know, bro. GF review right now. Got enough oil in that hair to fill up a Nissan Altima. Is the credibility in the room with us? Exactly. What makes this man credible to say something like this? Or to give like alpha advice, you know? Like if this man had a girlfriend or something, you know, I'd maybe lock in when he's talking, but it seems like he doesn't. So like, why listen to him?
I will not give up my seat for any woman, ever. Because if Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat, why should I? But if the woman was disabled or was carrying a child, then maybe I would give up my seat.
Maybe.
Okay. You know, it seems like he's having a change of heart. If she's disabled or has a baby, you know, he may give up that seat. Not 100%, but he may. You know, Lord Babylon might be changing.
But would I give up my seat to any woman, period? No. I will not give up my seat to any woman, period. You're welcome.
Dang, so if she's disabled or pregnant, then just F them then. You want to sit? Nah. Lord Babylon said no. King Alpha said no. This guy's got to be trolling, bro. This guy's either a really good actor or he's being dead serious. And that scares me because if he's a really good actor, get this man directly into Hollywood ASAP, right? But if he's being serious, then get this man some help, you know? I would tell him to touch grass, but in this video, he's literally outside. So it's like, I don't know how to help this dude. And it's funny because the caption caption of this video is hashtag Rosa Parks. I am actually crying. It's
Hashtag
hilarious.
Rosa
If you have a
Parks.
photo of you kissing your woman's ass, you deserve my foot up yours. Like, you do know what this spells out, right? It means that you're the girlfriend in the relationship.
You're telling me a dude that is kissing his girl's butt in a photo is the girlfriend in a relationship? Yet I promise you, this man has never even kissed a girl.
Yeah, I mean, what if the dude likes her butt?
Girl's butt. Like, what?
It means that your woman doesn't desire you. And it also shows that your woman is for the whole team. And you're just making it a lot easier for your girl to be stolen away. Like, do you not see how much of a moron you look? Like, how do you have the confidence to make yourself look stupid?
I think that's the difference between him and you, you know? He has the confidence to make himself look stupid, and that's why he has a girl, and you're just sitting there hating in your room, dog.
Y'all men make it too easy for your woman to go back on the market. Like, how the are you not embarrassed? It's photos like this that tell me that the breakup is coming. Good luck when that happens, because you're gonna need it. You're welcome.
He's saying you're welcome like he just helped with something. This man's saying you're welcome like he just solved the equation to the atomic bomb. What do you mean you're welcome? What did you help with? You're just hating, dog. This man is the Reddit final boss. Man, I guess it's a problem to take like funny pictures with your girl, you know? This couple just probably thought it was a funny picture to take. You know, they wanted to be a little whimsical for the day. Nothing wrong with that. They're being a little whimsical. Stop hating. Are couples allowed to do anything around this guy? Apparently not, according to Lord Babylon. Of course, Fart Chud. Why would I listen to anyone other than
Fart
you?
Chud?
I always wondered, what's your experience and what makes you come to these conclusions? That is facts. Like, has this man just been with a bunch of girls, so he's just like, oh yeah, I know how women work? How is he coming to these conclusions, man?
Never trust a man that wears pink shorts. The moment I see a guy wearing pink shorts, it screams feminized.
All right,
Beta man.
now he has beef with pink shorts. Yeah, this dude's trolling.
Castrated. You know the deal.
Okay, you're wearing a red shirt though, and red is like close to pink, you know? So like, would that make you a half beta male? Like, I just want to know, Lord Babylon. I just want to know. Or does that just make you like a Target worker or something? Does this guy work at Target? I genuinely want to know. Now, am I offended because I have pink shorts on right now? Yes, I'm very offended. Made you look. I have black shorts on. I'm trolling. That's actually funny. I'm trolling, dog. I do not have pink shorts on. But I see nothing wrong with pink shorts.
I remember back in September, I was waiting for the bus out in Barrington. I seen this guy walking, and he wore pink shorts.
How are you gonna hate on the dude walking, yet you're waiting on the bus?
Hating on a random dude just because he's wearing pink shorts.
Waiting on the bus, according to you, at least from what it sounds like, I feel like that's beta male, bruh. Like, a real alpha is supposed to have a Lambo and like 9 cars to his name. So like, wouldn't waiting on the bus be beta because you're waiting on something to pick you up to get to another destination? Or am I tripping? Am I overthinking this? Like, yeah, let me know in the comments.
I turned to him and says, "Morning, pink shorts." Then he turned around and had a big smile on his face. Now, anytime I see a man walking wearing pink shorts, I will now officially address them as pink shorts.
Oh my gosh, that's so clever. Anytime I see a man walking with pink shorts, I call him pink shorts. Like, okay, bro. Okay. Like, that's very clever, dog. That's very clever. Am I being rage baited? I feel like I'm being rage baited right now. I genuinely feel like I'm being rage baited.
I will address him as such, because I already know the deal with men like this. They are a B-E-T-A-M-A-L-E.
This dude just spelled out beta male, bro. He has to be trolling. And then this dude just told a story that probably didn't even happen, man. He's definitely rage baiting me, dude.
There's nothing masculine or alpha about men that wear pink shorts. Me personally, I have never, not once in my entire life, have I ever wore pink shorts.
And there's nothing alpha or masculine about waiting on the bus either, man. Okay, I'm trolling, man. There's probably many people watching that wait on the bus. It's fine, you know. It's fine to wait on the bus if you're saving up to get a car, all that stuff, blah, 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 right? But according to this guy, he's hating on everybody else, saying that they're not alpha, and he's waiting on the bus. Like, how are you gonna hate on everyone else? Even the guy walking, what if he's walking to his car, yet you're still waiting on the bus? Like, it makes no sense.
And I never will. Men that wear pink shorts are untrustworthy. And don't even get me started on men that wear pink pants. You're welcome.
This dude needs to be arrested, bro. I don't know what for. Just arrest this man before he does something crazy, dog. What's he gonna hate on next? Breathing? I feel like thinking about other men is low-key beta though as well. You're telling me that this guy in pink shorts has stained your mind so much to the point where you just hate every man with pink shorts? And also, this man just generalized everyone who wears pink shorts, all because this one guy. Like, what?
So my husband just texted me and said, want me to do anything special with my hair because he's at the barber right now. And as I was scrolling on Pinterest trying to see if there was any inspiration I could send him, I found some horrible things that we need to discuss.
Now, before I begin this video, I just want to say I'm not going to take shots at Brett Cooper. I think she's a lovely human being. I think she's a walking breath of fresh air.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. That is BATAMALE right there. That's beta male activity. You just complimented a woman, Lord Babylon. You can't do that. If you want to be a true alpha, you can't even look in the eyes of a woman. You can't even look at women. You can't even look their way. That is straight up beta, Lord Babylon. Why are you complimenting this woman? Obviously, I'm trolling, guys. I'm trolling.
However, what I am going to take shots at is the text message her husband sent her. Why the are you asking your wife what type of haircut you should get?
Now, do I think that the man should just pick his own haircut? Yeah, I think so. Like, if I had a wife,
Man,
I wouldn't want her to
I honestly think this dude's trolling.
pick my haircut, because you never know. Like,
he
what if
just
my haircut
saying
comes
stuff
out bad?
to go viral.
You know? But this man is sitting over here mad, and he just made a whole video about it. Is that not beta behavior?
You're a man. Pick something. Anytime I see a man ask his woman, oh, what type of haircut should I get? What type of haircut should I get? That just screams people pleaser, beta male, soy boy, cotton candy dick. If you ask your woman, what type of haircut should I get? You already lost.
What is up with this man and cotton candy dick, bruh? Does he have a cotton candy dick? Never mind. Pause on that. You know what? We're not even gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that.
In the back of her mind, she's thinking, this guy's a pushover. This guy's a loser. He has no balls. That's exactly what your woman's thinking. Validation seeking and approval seeking. And that's what that is. Bro, you don't have to ask your woman what type of haircut you should get. Just pick something. You're welcome.
Let him do what he wants with his girl, bro. Like, that's his girl. That's not your girl. Why do you care so much, dog? And he's still wearing that same red shirt. Like, is that the only shirt that you own? Who are you, nigga? This guy absolutely jorks it to Andrew Tate videos. I wouldn't be surprised. This is the Hustlers University final boss. But the thing is, I feel like the only difference between him and Andrew Tate, though, is that he's not bald. If Lord Babylon went bald, I feel like people would take him more seriously. She not gonna let you hit, bro. The Reddit Thanos. I'm crying. They made a whole edit of him in the comment section. POV, you finally meet your 90-day bestie. Okay, looks like a funny video that two couples are recording.
Okay.
You know, funny little TikTok, capturing some memories so when they get a little older, they can look back at this moment like, hey, you remember this? This was hilarious. I hope they're doing good.
What's going on?
Let's see what Lord Babylon has to say about this.
You know, it's not bad enough that men have to be circumcised, but now they have to be castrated.
Bro, what? There's no way. Also, the neck of this man's shirt is so loose. This man has a t-shirt on and it looks like a V-neck. I wonder, is this like some sort of strategy he's trying to pull off? Is he trying to show off his chest hairs so he looks more alpha? Or is that shirt just super old and it hasn't been washed or anything?
Like, y'all men get off on humiliating yourselves. Where do you have the confidence to make...
To be fair, I wouldn't be doing stuff like making TikToks like that, to be fair. I know it's for fun, but still.
Make yourself look stupid.
He's saying that men get off to humiliating themselves. Then he's over here posting things like this. How aren't you humiliated?
I would rather be crucified than do some zesty shit like this. Then you wonder why I post what I post. Oh my God.
This dude has to be trolling, man. He has to be trolling, dude. Oh my gosh. He's more worried about what they're posting more than they are. Let them have fun, dog. Let them have fun and create memories. You don't got to be over here being like, oh no, why do men? This isn't what men are supposed to do. It is not that bad. This is not destroying society. Couples having fun and recording a little TikTok. It's not messing up society or anything, dude.
Alright, no way he's gonna crap on this.
Okay, we got another little TikTok that seems like it's just a band having some fun. Let's see what Lord Babylon, the top alpha in the entire galaxy, has to say about it. We all know that this dude gets the most women, the most money, the most cars, the most clothes, the most jewelry. Like, he just has everything that we all want. So let's see what he has to say.
How are you fellas? Just thought I'd jump on here because I found the perfect name for your little band you got going on there. It's called Pussyless.
Yeah, he's trolling.
Brother, can't they say the same thing about you?
He is trolling.
Because you clearly don't get any. And you never will get any. Especially when you're posting stupid like that.
See, this is one of the videos where I feel like he's genuinely trolling. But just because, number one, he looks over. Is he looking over at a script or something like that?
Just,
or is he looking?
Yeah, look. He just looking somewhere else. Yeah, he is trolling.
If any betas are in the vicinity. And number two, he's talking about posting stupid stuff while he just posted something stupid. Is he just baiting us? I think this man, Lord Babylon might just be playing 4D chess. He might. And if so, this man is amazing at it. Throwing stones from a glass house. If it isn't the kettle calling the pot black, how he felt making this. Words from the experience. Dude, oh my gosh. Lord Babylon telling another dude that he gets no girls. Lamau, dog. Lord Fart Chud, have you considered dating men? Yeah, I wonder, has this man ever just decided to just go with men instead? It seems like this dude is just so infatuated with men. Why doesn't he just date men, bruh? Pause. If you really liked her, you would never play her taxi ride home after she just got done getting her back split in half by another guy. I think he meant to say pay, not play. And also, this just seems very oddly specific. This seems like something that Lord Babylon might have done. I know we're out here talking about how he has no experience with women, but maybe this is like his experience with the girl before. And from that one bad experience, he just hates all women because of that. And if he did pay for a girl he was messing with's taxi ride home after she just got her back split in half by another guy, then I feel bad. I feel so bad for this dude, man. Lord Babylon gotta lock in, dog. Like, there's no way you just let that happen. And you paid for the taxi ride? GG's, brother. His whole gimmick is just projecting his deepest insecurities onto the internet and masking it as some kind of someone had to say it truths. How sad for you. I hope someone can make you happy enough to forget this and give you something better to do. That's facts. This man, Lord Babylon, just seems super insecure. All this dude does is hate on other men and hate on women. That's it. And if you don't listen to the Lord Babylon way, then I guess you're just a beta cuck simp. Y'all get the point. That's Lord Babylon. Once again, like, in some videos it seems like he's trolling, and in other videos I'm just like, okay, this guy might be a little serious. Like, if Reddit was a person, it would be Lord Babylon, dude. Oh my gosh, this dude is crazy. I genuinely hope this is rage bait, because we all know rage baiting is the new meta on the internet. So he could be rage baiting. And I'd be happy if he was, because then it'd mean that he's not actually like this. Because I feel like anyone who's actually like this is a genuine cancer to society. Yeah, I just hope he's rage baiting. I hope he is. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think he's...
Yeah, I think he's trolling and rage baiting. I just think he is. Yeah, you could tell by the last clip, he's clearly trolling and rage baiting. All right, man. It's 9:48. I might watch this, to be honest. Yeah, let's watch this new Gideon video. All right. Brian has a minor problem.
He's waiting right there. He's right there waiting for the package. He's right there. Yeah.
Talk about this or we'll let the authorities get involved, bro. You're in a housing apartment. If they know about the messages, you're not going to be here for much longer. Okay.
Let's say goodbye. Goodbye.
Were they able to make contact with him?
Yeah, they're talking to him right now.
Hey, excuse me, everybody on the 400th floor. Brian Paulin, room 415, was talking to a 13-year-old and sent multiple pictures. We are currently in Dowagiac, Michigan, where we're about to apprehend Mr. Brian Paulin. Brian Paulin is an absolutely disgusting guy. They all are. But whenever we go meet to him, I think we're going to find out that he actually is a pretty good guy. But we're not solo today. We're joined by the one, the only, the man who got me into this, and a professional Chris Hansen impersonator, Mr. Skeeter Jean.
What's good, y'all? Glad to be back on another episode with you.
Wow, he's wearing the old Gideon merch, the Raw Dog merch.
Long time no see. You know, I had to represent the old merch for this special occasion.
That's old Gideon. That's old.
Let's do it. I think we're going to bring us some of the old Gideon today.
And I'm not going to lie, though. This is exactly what he wanted to do to our decoy.
That's what I was thinking. He probably wanted to raw dog it, so yeah, wore the shirt for the occasion.
And this dude, he was talking to our 13-year-old decoy. Dude's absolutely disgusting. And the thing about it is, all over his profile, he has pictures of children. So we're a little bit worried that maybe something's going on with the children. We're going to check and see if he has CP as well. I mean, I really don't even got much else to say. This dude's an absolute freak. And hopefully the Dowagiac Police Department does their job and arrests him. But without any further ado,
either way, he's going to get skeeted in 4K.
He will get skeeted in 4K after he gets his vouch.
After he gets his vouch, we'll give him that first.
Once we vouch, and then we can ski.
Exactly. Yeah.
But without any further ado, let's get this free.
Let's do it.
Okay, y'all, let's go get him.
I'll let you take the lead,
Hello?
You-hoo, anyone home?
Mr. Paulin?
Hey, Brian?
Wrong Gaddy.
Hey, Mr. Paulin? Hey, how you doing, my friend? We had a package we were trying to drop off to you. We knocked, but nobody answered. We have a route to go do. I was just wondering if maybe it could be possible today, like we could drop it off today. If not, another time. I was wondering if you're gonna be home anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm always home.
I had just knocked.
You just come upstairs and knock?
Yes, sir. It's 71, right?
No.
Oh, that's what I have on here. Appreciate you. I'll be there in about 5 minutes, drop it off.
Bro, no way you got this guy to actually give you his address.
We always do that. You have a package to drop off.
I guess so, man.
All right, y'all. So I appreciate Brian. He did say in the chat logs that he's a straight up guy, because we actually went to the wrong address, but he gave us the right one. I just confirmed it. So we're heading over to his new place now, and we gotta deliver this package. You know, we're not like UPS. We're not like EDP.
Very important package.
When we have the package, we deliver it.
We do deliver it.
Whether you want it or not, it's gonna get delivered. If we have cars in here,
he's waiting right there. He's right there waiting for the package. He's right there. Yeah, he's right there, kid.
Here, we're good. Kind of hide it down.
He's literally waiting right there.
Hey, how you doing, Brian? My name's DeMarcus. This is my man right here, Chester. How you doing, man?
All right, there he is.
What's this?
Locking these calls and give it.
Okay. Hold on one second. Shh, stop. Listen, man, her mom found the messages.
Goodbye. You can't step foot in here. You're not invited.
No, now he's walking away.
You're not invited in here. You have to leave.
Okay, either we can talk about this or we'll let the authorities get involved.
Brian, we really just want to talk to you about this.
Goodbye.
We don't think you're a bad guy.
We're not cops. We're not cops or anything.
Say goodbye.
I mean, we don't want to let you. You're in a housing apartment. If they know about the messages, you're not going to be here for much longer. Okay, we're gonna have to let the housing department know about this.
Bye.
Brian.
I say goodbye.
We just want to have a civil conversation.
Goodbye.
Now he's saying goodbye.
About this. I mean, the parents let us know they were.
Hey, what happened to your jean shorts? Why is it ripped?
Angry about it, and
he doesn't want to talk.
If we thought you were a bad guy, this would be on someone else's desk. So that's why we just want to talk.
Bye.
Brian.
You can keep on saying goodbye. It's fine.
You're trespassing.
Okay, no, we're gonna just get the police involved.
Well, Brian, are you in any authority to tell us to leave?
We have a man here. His name is Brian Paulin. He was talking to what he thought was a hero girl. He sent multiple pictures, and his apartment complex number is 415. We're requesting immediate authorities, please.
Please, Brian.
He just went inside of his apartment.
Brian.
Okay, let's just. Yeah, what's the point of just running away? Like, you're not gonna run away from the cops when Gideon calls the cops. Like, you're not going to escape them. So what's the point of running away?
He's in apartment complex 415. We have dozens of convictions here in Michigan. Sorry, my bad. I just climbed some stairs. I'm kind of yawning a little bit.
Only climb.
Trying to catch my
There's only 4 flights of stairs.
Trying to catch my breath, but yeah, we're just requesting an officer so we can turn it over.
Okay, all right. I'll get the student officer and come out and talk to you. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Hey, excuse me, everybody on the 400th floor. Brian Paulin, room 415, was talking to a 13-year-old and sent multiple pictures. The authorities are on the way. Brian in room 415, should be 445, sent multiple penis pictures to a 13-year-old girl.
3 pictures to be exact.
Hey, just wanted to let you know, the guy in 415, he sent pictures to a 13-year-old.
That's all.
Oh, you know?
No.
Oh, I just wanted to let everybody know, that's all.
Hey, Brian, this could get a lot worse. You should just come talk.
Greg Patterson's not gonna be happy about this, Brian.
We gotta talk to Greg. Yeah, the residents definitely aren't happy about all this stuff.
That's all good. Dogwiak is a small town, so everybody's gonna know here soon.
Everyone will know.
Probably ended up beating everything.
Don't try to knock on his door.
Nah.
Nah.
Could be considered harassment.
This boy is hot.
That sucks. We're just gonna have to turn in the evidence.
What a
I love the fact that
Cat.
he's outside.
Yeah, this is waiting for the package.
He ran inside his house.
He really didn't want his package.
You want his package?
Free package. Didn't even want it. Ran right back in his room. Couldn't get anything out of our man, Brian. I mean, just all that talk to a 13-year-old girl and nothing to say about it once he's confronted with the evidence.
I love when they run.
I hate when they run. I mean, we told him we'd be calling the police, and he still decided to go inside. It didn't have to come to this.
Please leave your...
He's not answering this.
No, he's not going to. He's deleting everything. He's wiping his hard drives. You know he's got a ton of CP.
He might be I don't know if he's an RSO or not.
I mean, he ran like one.
The cops are here. How you doing, officer?
Hi there. How are you?
Good, good. Long story short, we run an organization called EDP Watch where we pose as across the U.S. Oh, okay. And whenever, people message us first, we just pretty much gather all the information. So today, Brian Paulin, he was messaging what he thought was a 13-year-old girl for sex. This is his profile picture right here on Facebook where he first made contact.
It's disappointing. Yeah, that was a quick one.
I guess with kind of like the evidence you've seen and stuff, is there enough probable cause to at least knock on the door and see if he would talk?
Absolutely. I mean, can a mailman go and knock on your door?
Yeah.
Why can't I?
Awesome.
Exactly.
All right.
So
cool.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, if you hit the link, he's up there. Yeah, he's
in
415. 415. That's a base of the police department. They're going inside to try to make contact.
Did they say it at night come in?
They didn't. I say just kind of let's just kind of stay back.
I think they're gonna try to bring him out.
Yeah, they definitely have enough PC for at least contact.
Right. I mean, we're not getting anything out of them, so.
Were they able to make contact with him?
Yeah, they're talking to him right now.
Praise God. They're talking to him.
Oh, they're talking to him right now?
Yeah.
It sucks we can't get in.
I know. Someone might come to the door. We just gotta wait.
See if my man will let us in here.
What do you need? I was just wondering if you can open the door right there.
No, you're not allowed in unless the person you're here to see buzzes you. What are you guys doing?
We're with the authorities. We're
just here to talk to Brian.
We report online predators as a predator up on 415.
Yeah, I'm serious. I get in trouble if I let you in.
Even if we have police involved.
Yeah, if you ain't got a warrant, I can't let you.
The police are already inside.
Sorry,
It's already up there. Well, we can just sneak in through the window.
Do you work here?
If you let us.
No, I live here. I do kidney dialysis. I'm told that unless you're here for those people, I can't.
Well, I mean, we are here for
We're
someone.
here for him, for sure.
Tell you what, if I get in trouble, y'all better have my back.
I got you
We
back.
got you, bro.
We'll blur his face.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah,
you've been a great help.
I didn't let you in. That's
You
all
didn't
I'm
let us
saying.
in. You didn't let us in. You sure you're good for another 4 flights of stairs, bro? Yeah. All right. We might be able to hear some dialogue, though. I don't think we should go back to the door. We'll be fine. Trust me.
You know what's? You know, like, you know, what if the cops just open the door and the door just hits his head?
TV, I think. It's all yours like a TV. Which predator excuse do you think he's giving him right now? I'd say, yeah, the hacked one. I think he's doing the hacked one. He literally, so luckily he sent his number to the decoy, and that is actually his number, because that's what we called him. She registered to him. So we're gonna, the guy just looked at my phone, and he saw all the messages, he saw pics and stuff, but the number is what's gonna pin him to the crime. So once they figure out what his number is, geez. Yeah. It's probably all on his phone too. Well, he probably deleted it, but they can recover, right? They can recover that. I wanted to talk to him, but I think he had CP. Oh, 100%. He probably had CP. Yeah. I think they're gonna make an arrest on the scene. I don't know yet. We're gonna wait and see.
Keep it real, Brian.
All right, man. Come on, arrest him.
There he goes.
Going in cop car.
Tagged and bagged. It's too bad we couldn't get a confession. Or
not gonna put him in handcuffs?
Any dialogue from him, but hey, we got the arrest. That's what matters in the long run. There he goes, boys.
Why is he
Raw
not in
dog
handcuffs?
And skeeted in 4K.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys going to be here for a little bit?
Yeah.
Be in the area for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, give me just a few minutes.
Yeah, we're good.
I'll get back in touch with you in just a little bit. Okay?
Yes, sir. Did you guys see where they took him?
Where are these?
Yeah. Oh, they're walking?
They drove him. Oh, they drove him off, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He didn't have cuffs on him, though, did he? No.
They're probably just taking him into custody.
I was like,
what's up?
You guys are awesome.
Hey,
dude.
guy in 415 likes little kids, Brian Paulin. So if he doesn't get arrested, protect your kids, but hopefully he does. Oh, yeah. You've probably seen him.
All right, man. That's it. That was a nice short video. All right, man. This stream has been mid. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, tomorrow's stream should be better if I'm able to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream should be better. But anyways, oh yeah, and obviously I'm gonna stream a little longer since tomorrow's Friday. But anyways, I'm getting off. Thank you for watching. Thank you for anyone who tapped in for just a few seconds. Thank you. But anyways, have a good night.
You